Welcome back to Calypso Moon. Welcome in if you're new. I'm just going to be tapping into some energies. I want to share a message I got. Um, this was so spiritual. Like, I was blown away by it, really. Um, and at first, I didn't even heed the signs, but where I'm at, I've been noticing a lot of different birds. And I'm a nature buff, so I love nature. I love watching animals in nature. I'm not so much a proponent of keeping animals, but I love to watch them in their natural habitats. Um, and so, me and my kids, we were heading down to the beach and we seen a hawk. Or what? Not a hawk, but it was a huge ass bird. And it was just sitting on top of these people's house across the way and on top of a light pole there. And we got close to it, and I seen the markings on it. The neck was white, and like part of the cheek, the part of the face area was white, but the back of the head was black. And I couldn't understand what bird this was. I'm like, what the hell kind of bird is this? And it had a hooked beak, so I knew it was a bird of prey. I knew it was either some type of vulture or falcon, but that's the first thing I said. After I looked at it closer, I was like, that's a falcon. And so we headed on down to the beach, and at the beach, we saw a blue heron. I was like, wait a minute, what? It was just standing there, and I was like, okay. It had the little hairs sticking up the back of his, well, they're not hairs, they're like feathers, but there's two long feathers that hangs out the back of his head. And so we just watched them for a little while and then went about our business. But later on, I came in, well, actually, it was the next day, really, that I started watching this program about ancient Egyptians and how they were preparing for the afterlife, and how the initiate or whoever he was would prepare to get his oar and his longboat and sail into the afterlife, navigate the afterlife, basically. On this boat, and I have the picture of it, was a blue heron and a falcon. And I was like, what the hell? The falcon was in the front, the heron was right next to it, and then the guy was behind them on the back of the boat with the oar steering it. So I was like, this is crazy as fuck. So I looked up what those messages meant. Basically, seeing a falcon is basically saying that you're spiritually awakening. Both of them were signs of basically spiritually awakening and your psychic abilities enhancing. The heron, though, was talking more about like the presence of God. A lot of cultures believe that when a blue heron comes towards you, it's like God standing in your presence and you're able to communicate with God. That's what I mean, you guys can look it up for yourselves, but that's what I had discovered. So I was like, wow, and amazed. Just wanting to continue my spiritual journey even more now. So I was really, I still am grateful to have had those signs come into me. So I want you guys to make sure that you're looking out for the signs, your spirit animals, your totems in your everyday life, and see what those signs mean to you, really. When I seen those two birds, I was just going through this place in myself to where it was just like I had a lot of uncertainty and a lot of doubt on those days. So that was like confirmation and reassurance that there is something bigger here that I'm supposed to be doing. So let me get right into this reading now that I babbled on a lot. I just feel like there's a message that people need to start following their intuition, following the signs of nature. Because both times when I notice these birds, I guess I'm very observant, so I would be the one who notices them, but like they just drew my attention in so closely. Like it was crazy. All right, where's my dream? Oh, there it is. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have? This is going to be world event messages. I'm being guided to get some of these messages out. I feel like Spirit is calling on me. Heralder is what I'm getting. I'm also getting, at this moment, like somebody is reading from a Bible in one of those voices. Like this is a prophecy or some shit like that. The prophecies that come in the Bible. I don't know why I've been talking about the Bible so much lately. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I do feel like the Bible is an instrument that is of great value if you know how to interpret it and if you can understand the hidden and deeper esoteric meanings behind it. All right, Spirit. And why do I have all these like this? I need room. I am so grateful for you guys joining me today. All of your energy. I really appreciate it. We have richness, marine life, which is so crazy because I've been seeing a lot of marine life too. Jellyfish, eels. I think I mentioned that in one of my last videos. A lot of different stuff. Crabs. Been washing up on the shore and I'm watching the birds out there feeding on them. It's crazy. We had a real spectacle yesterday too. So there's something going on with the marine life. I feel like Spirit is saying be extra diligent paying attention to something that's going to be happening with the marine life. And we got desert, solitariness. Okay, this is talking about scarcity, really. Things dwindling down. A new adaptation I'm getting. Mostly adaptation. And obviously paying attention to the water. Both of these are like giving me something needs to be paying attention to in the water. If you guys haven't heard about over here in the Southwest, there's a lot of our natural lakes that are drying up. Lake Powell, Lake Mead, a couple other ones that I'm not very familiar with, but Lake Mead I've been watching very closely. Just a lot of the natural water resources is obviously we're in the desert land, especially in Arizona, Nevada, and southern parts of California. Those areas don't have their own natural resources of water, so they are getting water from other close by resources, and those are all drying up. If you guys haven't been paying attention to that, Spirit is calling your attention to that at this time. We got number 32, number 13. What else? And volcanoes. Okay, so there could be some type of eruption or something happening here soon. Oh yeah, I knew it. And guess what this is all from? The sun. Number 9, number 6. So we're getting a lot of 369s, and if you guys know the importance of 369, you need to look into that. This is a part of the cycles that naturally happen on the planet. Okay, so Spirit is saying pay attention to the marine life, the water, the resources drying up, and not even just the water resources, but a lot of other resources. And then also pay attention to the volcano. All this stuff is being directly affected by the sun. And I'm being like drawn to tell you guys about the sun. I started watching this show on Netflix just yesterday about it's something about the sun killing people, but it was resonated with me because last year I had started talking about that. So just keep an eye on that. I kept on saying it's that Bible verse, the hearts of men will fail them. It says out of fear, I believe, but I think it's from the sun. But I haven't only watched the first episode of the show, so it really hasn't gotten into the plot of what's happening, what they are saying is happening with the sun on that show. But pay attention to the sun. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So yeah, it's like, oh God, this is deep. Oh yeah, there's gonna be places, and if you guys have heard of the Inner Earth theory, if you guys watched any of the King Kong movies, they bring it out right in those movies. But even aside from that, this has been a theory that's been going on since probably before World War II, but it was really bought out at that time when Admiral Byrd did his flyover of Antarctica and found an entrance to somewhere. You guys should research that. But Spirit is saying that there is going to be some places where survival is possible. And I think a lot of these elite people understand that. That's why they have these deep underground bunkers, deep underground cities. Please look into those as well. We, the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Okay, so right now I feel like a lot of sages, teachers, wise people are going to be incarnating at this time. I also feel like there's something that's going to be affecting natural birth on Earth. So I've been saying in my other readings that they're using CERN to bring forth some type of entity. I also feel like there's some chosen ones that are going to be bringing forth some type of, I don't want to say savior, but these are going to be like the shining ones coming through. That's what I'm seeing here. This is what's speaking to me. The shining ones are incarnating at this time to help restore love, balance, and harmony on the planet when all these changes start. Well, they've already started, but once they reach climax. A new earth. I cannot make this shit up. I promise you, I cannot. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Wow, that is crazy. A new earth is being birthed, and the new custodians of the earth are starting to incarnate at this time. These are going to be the people showing the way. Do you know the way? Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Exactly. We're not doing things the same anymore. We have to come up with a new plan, a new system. Everybody's talking about change and making the change, and the change is happening, but nobody has anything set up to put in place of the plan or the old system that's dying out. And that is of highly concern to me. Because if we don't put something in place, then the same old thing is going to be put in place, packaged as something different. And it's saying don't follow that. It's time to pave a new path. Pave a new path. All right. I am going to clarify all of these to get more insight on what's going on, what the actual detailed message is, and if we can get a possible time frame as to when it's going to happen. Especially the signs to look out for. These elemental cards are telling me the signs. These are the signs. And that's what I was talking about when I first opened up this reading, is the signs. This role right here is explaining what the chosen ones and what everybody's role is going to be coming up. It's also explaining what's happening and why it's happening. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. This card, I swear, y'all, this card keeps coming out. If y'all go back and look at my other readings, especially with this deck when I'm doing the earth readings, this card, Fallen Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy, keeps coming out. Maybe that's why I keep referencing the Bible, is because sometimes, I mean, we've all been so indoctrinated with it that that's probably the only way people understand what this concept of this fallen angel is. These are people who have forgotten the way to live on this earth. And like I keep telling you, the universe has a way of rebalancing itself. The earth has a way of rebalancing itself. Even your body has a means of rebalancing itself. It's called homeostasis. And it will get rid of and attack anything that's creating discord or disharmony or dis-ease inside of you. Same with the earth, same with the universe. So these fallen angels, and they're trying to bring somebody else through. I don't know who this is that they're trying to bring through or what the purpose is, but it's not good. Mindful, group think. So yeah, somebody's trying to keep everybody in the same thought process, the same old way of thinking and doing things. And a lot of people don't know how to think for themselves, so it's been easy to fool people into believing one story, not knowing that they've been lied to their whole fucking life. We got Well Song at the bottom of the deck saying resonate. It's time for people to start accepting the things that they resonate with. If it sparks your curiosity and it makes you want to learn more, even sometimes if it makes you fucking mad, research it. Look into it more. See why it is affecting you in such an emotional way. And then we have Sky Bridge, possibility for union. I feel like this is talking about, this is like a contract that's ending and somebody else is going to be coming in to work with the planets people. It could be these the Hathors. I don't know who the Hathors is. I just know who Hathor was in Egypt. She was a deity that they gave a cow ears to. She was very much so revered. They even have a whole little city or site or whatever, temple for her. I don't have all the information though, but I feel like there's some other extraterrestrials or whatever you want to call them, soul beings, star brothers. There's gonna be someone coming in to sign a new contract. I'm getting the old contract, the old treaty. There's some type of treaty that was signed and it's ending, and now someone new is coming in, I feel. Or these could be the same ones trying to re-sign that treaty. I feel like we might be in the middle of term negotiations. Sky Dancers surrender. You guys, there is a spiritual war going on right now. There is a war for this planet going on right now, for control of it, for whatever reasons. Earth is fighting for herself, but there's also other entities involved as well. I don't know which one of these decks I'm going to use, but I guess I'm going to use this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and clarify this marine life. I know this video is not going to reach everybody that it needs to reach, but I'm hoping that it'll reach the right people. That's my intention. To spark that curiosity, to spark that wonder. All right, spirit guides, please show me what this marine life is. What is the message that you want to know, that I should know or relay? Two of Wands. I'm getting this is at a point of no return at this moment. I'm getting if something in the water, something in the ocean start to go away or become extinct, that there's going to be a tipping point of no return. So the cards is saying that this is the richness of the planet, something to do with the marine life. And nobody's paying attention to this. I'm also getting that somebody's traveling right now to study some type of anomaly that's happened in the ocean somewhere. Tell me more, Spirit. We have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is talking about the richness. For some reason, that's tied to the stability of the planet. That's what I'm getting. I also keep getting the word extinct. Something's becoming extinct that's very valuable to the planets. And there's something happening with the sun. Show me this desert, Spirit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is talking about the ebbs and flow of time, the cycles that happen on this planet. Desertification is something that does happen, especially when a area has reached its capacity to output natural resources for sustainable life. There's definitely something about timing here. It's like Spirit is saying when you start seeing these signs, it's time. The opportunity will be missed. And somebody else will be successful. Or the opportunity to recognize something that's going to be too late. Show me the volcano, Spirit. Why is volcano here? Oh my God, Ten of Wands. Okay, so there's about to be a very bad eruption here. We got 10-10. I don't know why I just got Yellowstone, but that's just what came in my mind. Okay, so there could be two volcano systems coming together. Tell me more about this. Ten of Pentacles again. So this is basically telling me that something has reached its end. Or something is starting again. This is about to create some type of heavy burden. And the Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Ten. There's 4 tens here. That's crazy. This could be a signal that a volcano is waking up. That's what I'm getting. Show me this Wheel of Fortune. We got the Four of Cups. Okay, I'm getting that somebody's not going to be satisfied until this happens. And we got the Sun at the bottom of the deck. I'm also getting like somebody's planning something, possibly in the ocean. Okay, just watch out for those signs. Any news, any information coming in about marine life, the desertification that's happening in places, and volcanoes. I'm also getting with those 10s that there could be multiple volcanoes going off at once because of the sun, or waking up at once, or becoming active at once. Show me inner earth. Why is this here, Spirit? Spirit is saying that whoever is receiving this message, you will survive this. New solutions and new beginnings. This is a part of your role, is to help create a plan so that we're not continuing to go down the same old road. Yeah, we got the Devil in reverse. So it's like it's saying that it's time to give up the toxic ways of how we've been polluting and treating this planet and living upon it. And these people who I'm speaking to right now are going to be recreating this path. This message is definitely not going to be for everybody because everybody's not open to receive it. Why is the Devil in reverse? Wow, and we got the Hierophant. Okay, so this is basically, the Devil and the Hierophant are like the polar opposites. It's like God and the Devil. So it's like Spirit is freeing a lot of souls, a lot of minds right now of those people who are going to survive this. Those of you who's been birthed into the position to take leadership roles here. And these are the ones that I've been talking to this whole time. The chosen ones, the shining ones. There's going to be a period of instability. And these people are going to come in and usher in harmony. That's what I'm seeing. But it's not going to be without opposition. Show me the helpers. We got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, there's somebody here that's controlling this whole situation. We have the King of Pentacles coming out here twice. This is somebody who's been doing this for a long time. He understands the cycles of time. He understands how to... This person has come here, has been here many life cycles, has been reborn and reborn and reborn. This person is ancient. They understand the cycles of the universe and especially the cycles of this planet, which is how he's been able to manipulate it so easily. With the Ace of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This person does not have love for what's happening here. This person only cares, this entity, should I say, only cares about resources. And it looks at this planet not as a living thing, as a living being, but as a resource. And we have the Magician in reverse. Okay, so Spirit is saying that these entities are going to be coming to break the spell that this King of Pentacles has had on this planet. Y'all, I'm just getting one ring to rule them all. I don't know why that's coming through, but it's like that eye from the Lord of the Rings, Sauron. Wow. We got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I told you guys, the peridium is shifting. The stability is about to be shifting. There is an opportunity, a window of opportunity. I feel like this is it. Those who are going to wake up are going to wake up. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Show me this new earth, Spirit. Whatever spell that was over this planet is ending now. There's going to be a lot of people needing direction. We got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there are going to be people, a lot of different people standing up and speaking the truth, or speaking up, speaking out, communicating about what's happening. These people are needing to join together, I feel like. These are the people who are going to be bringing forth their ideas. I'm also getting like these are going to be the warriors that are going to be basically coming into battle for the planet. Y'all don't believe this shit, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing. And he's coming in on a wave, not a horse. Oh, it's a woman. She's coming in on a wave, not a horse. Yeah. We got the Five of Swords. This is people having selfish I did see the Five of Wands, but this is a little bit more better. It's like people are going to be battling with their words, trying to take each other down, but really all that's going to do is discredit yourself. It's like those harsh words that's being spoken is only going to discredit yourself. The real true people that are supposed to be holding the vision is holding the vision of unity and peace, morality, growth, harmony. It's not about one person being right or one person being the leader. It's about everybody playing their role and doing what they're supposed to do, doing the righteous thing. All right, spirits. Oh, that's it. We have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's time to start planting seeds. Literally. If you never put a seed in dirt or water or whatever, if you never germinated a seed and watched it sprout and grow, somebody needs to do that to see how that feels. I'm getting it's like becoming a mother. When I was a kid, I done that. Even as an adult, I've done it. And it's like a very, very different feeling when you see that sprout come out the dirt. And it's vibrant and green. It's really a beautiful thing. I'm getting somebody needs to see that process. Show me fallen angel. The Hermit. Whew. I'm getting master plan. Usually the Hermit talks about self-discovery, the sage, the wise one. But I'm definitely getting here like this person's very ancient. This person hides in the shadow, is in secrecy, and is the one, the guiding force behind everything in the shadows. But yeah. We got the Eight of Swords in reverse. The trap is over though. It's like there's a release happening here. So this fallen angel is somebody that's not readily seen, but is a guiding force on this planet. And they really don't want me talking about this shit, but I'm going to keep on talking about it because that's what I'm supposed to do. I was actually supposed to do it a long time ago. I just couldn't find my courage or medium to do so. Yeah, we got the King of Wands. I feel like this person is becoming restless and vigorous in their attempts. This person has no compassion and everything is a goal for them. But also everything is definitely planned and has been planned from the beginning. This person is a master sorceress. That's exactly what I'm getting. Because they're so ancient, they know all the secrets. Probably not all the secrets of the universe, but a lot of them. This person is very, very powerful and has been very, very powerful for a long time. And they don't like to be discovered, called out, or their plans stopped. This person is used to guiding a massive group of people to do a certain particular thing. So for those of you people who are very much easily, I'm getting blinded by the light again. It's so easy for you to see a story on mainstream and get taken into it, get emotional about it. These are the people that are the sheep. Sorry to say. I mean, there could be a story that comes out tomorrow on the news about a cop killing a black person, and these group of people are gonna go fucking ballistic. And I'm not just talking about black people, but I'm just giving you an example. There could be a situation to where the police kill a trucker, or yeah, let's just say that. And then this group of people is going to react emotionally in a certain type of way. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's like that group think mentality. There are some people on this side, there are some people on this side, there are some people who will do it for this cause, but that is the light that you're being blinded by, the sorcery, the magic. Yeah, we got death. Spirit is saying it's time for that type of thinking to end. And I'm also getting that this type of thinking is going to lead to a lot of people's demise. Yeah, we got judgment at the bottom of the deck. It's like Spirit is saying you need to use your discernment and stop judging stuff for face value. Take a deeper look at what's going on here. I'm getting like a lot of sheep are being led to the slaughter. That's exactly what I'm getting. The people who think in a group mindset, a lot of you guys are about to be led to the slaughter. Oh my God. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about. A large group of people who were made to believe something just recently, who did a certain other thing just recently, out of fear, out of that group mind think, out of the illusion. Something is definitely about to happen with this situation. Spirit, yeah. Show me. The Seven of Wands. Damn, and justice? Death, judgment, and justice. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, I'm getting with this Seven of Wands. These are the people that were attacking the other people that were speaking their mind freely about this situation that's been going on across the planet. that were against something, and they were defending their position as to why they were against it, and then this group of people were the ones, you know, getting that medical advice and being told what to do with their sovereign bodies. Mm, mm, mm. Show me the sky bridge, Spirit. We got the Three of Cups. So yeah, there is somebody coming to want to work together with us. That's what the Three of Cups talks about. A community of people working together. But these people are not of this planet. Somebody's going to be wanting to come and sign another treaty. I'm getting there's a council that's meeting, but this is not for the best. They're trying to seize an opportunity here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we got the Temperance, and I seen it in reverse the first time, but it came out. Maybe these people are trying to restore balance here. I feel like there's definitely two different distinct groups here, obviously, or there wouldn't be a such thing as a spiritual war or any type of conflict happening at this time. But with this Sky Dancer surrender, I feel like there's a group of these entities coming that they want full surrender, full cooperation, full mind think, group think. Okay, I'm getting a falling star. Somebody that was stuck from coming here before is coming here now. We got the Hangman in reverse. So the sun in this reading is very significant. Pay attention to what's happening in the sky. Make sure you guys are looking past what's being flashed in your light in your eyes. Look beyond. And make sure you guys are watching for the signs of what's happening with the ocean, what's the marine life in the ocean, what's happening with the deserts and the water, and what's happening with these upcoming volcanoes. And please pay attention to the sun. And Spirit is saying a lot of people are going to be able to survive what's going on, just like in the past, by going underground. So look up those instances, especially they just found another city, I think in Turkey, of like Petra. It was an underground city that was discovered. So please look into these things, because this is how humanity has survived cycles like this in the past. But also be mindful that when cycles like this come, these are opportunities given to us to change the way things have been, to basically overthrow this force that's been permitted to control the land and the people of it. So I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.